the nomenclature, the old saw that is Wayne Gretzky in sports, you want to skate to where the puck will be. We know where the economy is going. We know where our opportunities lie. Why are we not investing in those opportunities today? And so I want with intentionality, with focus, with an aggressive posture and stance, spurs and stirs, not to debate situationally the opportunities, but to focus on moving markets and moving their investment portfolio in this space. And for California to do that would be an extraordinary thing and will truly make an impact that will be measurable. And particularly those business leaders in this room, I think it's exactly what you should expect of your state. You have audacious goals. And if our goals are intended to be achieved, then we've got to back those goals up with real action and real investment. And why not have firms and stirs leading the way and have this become this?
So how do we make sure that action and investment is inclusive? The growth, the green growth that we have in the state, it brings everybody to the table, Central Valley and West Oakland and everywhere that's needed.
Well, where California has failed, we say lovingly and respectfully, is on inclusion. We've had a growth agenda for my lifetime, but we've fallen short on inclusion. And I don't need to give you any more evidence. Walk the streets of Oakland, San Jose, San Francisco, LA.
Excuse me. I didn't get your name. My name's Vicky Waters. My name's Ty Decker. Can we have a quick conversation?
No, I'm actually.
Oh, well, it did seem like you wanted me not to attend this, and I'm trying to say that I'm part of the media and the press. No, I know, but basically, no, so can we have a discussion? Can we have a discussion about First Amendment rights? Is the media allowed to cover this event or not?
I mean, the event, the RSVP
But
is for the.
you invited us to the gathering after. If I'm not here to disrupt, I'm here to cover as a journalist, immersive journalist. I'm not here to disrupt.
But you have to make sure that you RSVP to our stuff. So.
Okay, but if you don't respond to the RSVP, then what?
Name.
Then I can get. Then I could do that.
I don't have your name on my list.
Okay, how can I get on the a permanent invite list to the governor's events? How you doing, sir?
I mean, you have to sign up through the governor's.
Well, I'm asking you for a web portal or some type of contact.
We have our Gov press office.
Well, how about yours specifically, so we can bypass, basically, so we can make sure that I'm not being filtered. Because if I don't get a response, what are my
I understand that.
what are my
Just
options?
wanna
Well,
make sure-
no, because you kicked me out of the, not you, but your office
Yeah, I wasn't
kicked me out as a member of the press from the inauguration because there was a disruption and I was not part of it. So guilt by association is essentially an internment camp. And I was put into an internment camp, kicked out of the inauguration for only being a journalist.
Well, we have to make sure, like I said,
Right,
for
so,
security purposes,
well,
there's
but the fact that,
credentialed media here.
and why aren't you
I'm just
credentialed
doing my
media?
job.
No, but you're not doing it. Your job is to protect my rights. Like you're an employee of the state of California and the governor's office. Isn't that right? I mean, your job is to defend the Constitution.
But I also have to make sure that we have our
Your job,
RSVPs
that's a
to make
regulation.
sure.
That's something. We have to defend. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry. I don't mean, again, I'm not here to disrupt. I'm here to just cover the event. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Sorry about that.
There's also a point of friction at the moment where we're playing defense and offense, and that's on tailpipe emissions, vehicle emissions, where Trump is being challenged by California's unique status as a leader going back to 1967, a leader that has established itself through Republican, not just Democratic administration, through our federal waiver, and through establishing a framework to lead the nation on our tailpipe emissions standards. As a consequence, we have 4 large automobile manufacturers that have decided to agree voluntarily to the higher emission standards out of the state of California than to support the rollback of those standards, which now are referred to as the Obama-era standards. And that has put Trump in this unbelievably powerless position, which has frustrated him to no end. Only California can do that to him. So I am very proud to live in the most un-Trump state in America. The goal is to defeat his posture, his denialism, ignorance, his stupidity, his arrogance, to defeat him in every one of those opportunities. We will defeat him because there's too much at stake. I don't want to be righteous about this, but we cannot allow him to succeed. And this punches above its weight. We're not a small, isolated state. It's been labeled here in California. We move markets, and the private sector gets it, and that's why these companies decided to join us. And that's why I'm so proud of this state. I'm so proud of all of you to have our backs as we fight these good fights. 60-plus lawsuits with the Trump administration. With all due respect, the Senator AG, with his current batting average in terms of successes versus losses, he'd be in the damn Hall of Fame. And that's California. And so let's keep going, and let's not for a second roll over to the tyranny of what's happening in Washington.
Disconnect. Once they don't like the
I'm
content.
saying, get in touch, let's sit down and talk.
Okay.
That's a pretty good answer. We're running quickly out of time here, but what have you learned about making change happen? And particularly in that, what's your ask of the business community and the non-business, but large and small companies, utilities, cities, and others in this room? But let's focus on the private sector. What's your ask that you need to further, faster the kinds of changes you want to make?
Be audacious, hold us to account. It's the dialectic. I think a lot about leadership, broadly defined, and I've concluded leadership can be found anywhere. You don't have to be something to do something. And I often think those in positions of formal authority are burdened with constraints. Remember, Havel, former president of Czechoslovakia, talked about how governing de-geniused him. That he had more power on the outside than he did with that position of president, because he had moral authority. And so the answer to the question is hold us to a higher level of expectation. Be audacious in your expectation. Good enough never should be from your perspective. And I live by a paradigm, and it gets me in trouble politically because we tend to have stretch goals, and often that's fodder for our critics. But Michelangelo was right. The biggest risk in life is not that we aim too high and miss it. It's that we aim too low and reach it, particularly on the issue that brings us here today. So hold us to high expectations. Hold us to account. Don't hold back.
So when we meet back here at Verge 22, towards the end of your first term, the last few months of your first term, what's the story you hope to be able to tell about California, resilience, energy, and climate?
We didn't just survive the headwinds coming out of the White House. We thrived during these years. That we continue to push the paradigm, that we continue to influence others all across the country. We now have 24 governors that have joined this alliance on climate. More and more are coming on board, a bipartisan alliance of people that get it, want to get it done in this space. And we all recognize, and my hope and expectation is, looking back perhaps a few years from now, we will have also proven this at a broader scale, that if you don't like the way the world looks when you're standing up, stand on your head and go local. Remarkable things are happening in cities and counties and municipalities, large and small, all across the country, in states where people aren't interested in the debate. It's not scientific debating any longer for folks, it's about observed evidence. They understand that the hots are getting hotter, the dries are getting drier, the wets are getting wetter, and that we have an obligation to address this new reality, and in turn look at this as an incredible opportunity, not a burden, not something to bring us down. I think the previous speaker was just making that point as one of the great opportunities that's been presented in our lifetime. We embrace it boldly and optimistically, and I hope that's the frame of reference that we can look back on in the next few years.
Well, Governor, I can't thank you enough for, first of all, helping us kick off this conference, but more so for showing what true leadership is on climate, and reminding us what that can and does in fact look like, and showing that the path to around climate change is perilous, but it need not be perilous. chief executive of the world's fifth largest economy, so we're sick. Please join me in thanking the Honorable Governor. You guys really do.
Can credentialed media follow me, please?
Well, we're going to move right along to talk about regeneration. It's going to be an ongoing theme here in the role of technology, which is, of course, what brings us here. So please welcome to the stage the general partner of One Adventure and the founder, co-founder, on stage. So,
This is for credentialed media.
Thank you, ma'am. Are you a state employee?
Yes. but
Okay,
this
well
is
then,
open to
then I'm
credentialed
part of the media. Well, you ignore our responses and then and my requests.
I need an RSVP if we can have this.
And I don't mind the RSVPing. Can I do it right now while I'm waiting?
No, I mean we need to do it out here.
No, well, that's I just want to miss anything.
Unless you RSVP.
Okay, I will give you my information. There's no reason why you should really reasonably exclude me from a First Amendment. You're a government employee.
Right, but this is for credentialed media.
Understood. I have credentials. See, the thing is, the credential media isn't because that you approve them. It's that we're a legitimate function. Not that we're. I'm not a prankster. You know. I'm not.
This
I
is
know.
for credentialed people.
I am a credentialed media. But
This
you
is
can't
not-
withhold. You can't withhold.
Folks have
You
credentials
can't
with
withhold a
government.
reasonable credential. Can you?
We're not going to let you be part of the scaggle if you didn't RSVP.
Well-
If you're not a credentialed media. It's not open to the public.
It's not. I'm not part of the public. I'm part of the media. You can't.
Sir, I'm kindly asking.
I'm
you to
asking. I'm
please.
telling you. You're a government employee. You're supposed to protect my right as a First Amendment right for free press, and you're saying that I can't because I'm adversarial.
No, because this is for credentialed
I'll
media only.
then.
You don't have
But
a
you don't
credential,
respond to my
don't
credential requests, and then when I appeal, I don't get response. You kicked me out of the inauguration for doing nothing.
Excuse me, we're going to have to take this outside.
No, we're not.
Yes, we
No,
are.
we're not.
Yes, we are. I'm with the show. And
Oh,
this
I
is
am
the
too.
right to ask anyone to do-
No,
I don't see a badge. No, you have to get a badge for it.
Okay, I'm here covering the governor. I'm here covering the governor.
You need to come with me.
No, unless
You need to come
you
with
need a
me.
restraining order.
You need to come with me right
You
now.
need a restraining
No,
order.
This is a private event.
You
You're
can't.
not allowed to
I'm
be
part
here.
of the press.
It doesn't
You
matter
can't
who
kick
you
me
are.
out.
You need to get credentials.
Why?
And
Then
take
let
you
me
out right
submit.
now.
Then let me. You can't
Come with
touch
me
me.
right now.
You can't assault me.
I'm not going to touch
There's
you.
no. The trespassing law has a constitutional exemption.
Come outside and let's talk.
This is a private event, and
This
we
is
reserve
a
the right to ask anyone to
constitutional
leave.
exemption from a trespassing law. You can't do anything. I'm just covering the event. You are literally
This is a private
acting like a
event.
communist.
This is an invitation-only event.
What do you mean invitation only? You just told me it was only for media
This
credential.
is an invitation-only
Okay,
event.
so only positive? This is only for PR?
Can you
Sir,
leave,
it's
please?
for only people who RSVP'd. We need you to go.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. So why am I not
Thank you,
invited?
sir.
Why am I? Don't touch
Only
me, please.
RSVPs. Thank
Don't
you.
assault me
Thank you.
anymore.
Only
I don't
RSVPs.
touch
Thank
you. I don't want to
Thank
assault you.
Only for RSVPs. Thank
Listen,
you.
I'm not here to do anything. All right?
You need to
No,
leave. You
I
need
do
to
not
leave.
need to leave.
Yes,
I have a
you do.
constitutional
No,
right
you
to be
don't
here.
actually have
I
a
do
constitutional
actually.
right. You don't. This is
I
a private
absolutely
event.
do. It's not a
You need
private
to
event
take it
here with the
outside with me.
government.
You need to take it outside
I'm
with me
in
right
at
now.
the event right now.
No, you're
You
not.
cannot remove me. I have a constitutional right.
This is still a private event.
No.
It is still on private property.
Okay.
We're gonna.
It's public accommodation. It's a public accommodation. Look up 602C. You'll see the exemption for constitutionally protected activities. It's not trespassing. Now I'll be quiet. I'm not disrupting. You're disrupting
Listen to
me.
me for a second, okay?
You're disrupting me. I'm not disrupting you. That's like saying you're disrupting me from covering this event.
We're going to have Oakland PD arrest you unless
For
you walk
what?
outside.
There's no
Because you are
arrest.
trespassing.
You can't.
You've
It's a
been asked-
public
you've been
accommodation.
asked by the
It's a
people
public
who are in
accommodation.
charge of this event
You have to.
on
I have to be
private
charged
property.
and guilty of a crime before that.
You're gonna go
That
outside
I
and
have
talk
to be
about it.
charged with a crime and convicted before you can kick me out, or a restraining order.
You're gonna be-
No. You are deluded. You are deluded. I'm a member of the press. What
warning
do
right
you
now,
mean
that's-
warning?
that's exactly
You
what's
don't
gonna
have
happen.
that authority, sir.
Oakland PD
You don't have that authority.
Oakland PD is going to be here.
Okay,
You're gonna have
under
to
what
deal with
authority?
them.
What's the code?
Because
What's the code?
this is private
What's the
property,
code?
it's a private event,
It's not.
and you're
It's public.
trespassing.
It's public
Yes.
accommodation, and I'm not trespassing. The exemption.
You've
The
been asked to
exemption.
go outside,
601C.
and you can get.
I think it's M or
credentials
N.
If they want to give it to you for
Okay,
this event.
I'm already
Other than
here.
that, you need to leave.
I'm already here.
And this
You
event's not
can't
gonna
remove
happen
me
as long
for.
as you're here.
You can't remove me
Nothing's
for a
gonna happen
constitutionally
as long as you're
protected.
here.
I'm defending the Constitution as a member of the press.
We're just going to stand here because they're not going to come out, and you're going to be forced to
Understood.
leave.
Understood. At some point, it becomes not newsworthy, and I'll leave. Understood? I'm not here. I'm not here to disrupt the event. You are. I'm just here. I'm just here as a. Understood. I just want to let you know I'm not trespassing. Right?
You are trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
I'm not going to debate with you.
What do you mean not debate? It's the whole purpose. The whole purpose of the American judicial system. What do you mean yelling? That's my heritage. Don't appropriate my culture. You talk silent. I talk. This is my normal confrontational.
Did you RSVP to this event?
I was not allowed.
Did you RSVP?
I was not allowed.
The answer is, did you RSVP to this event?
Was I invited?
I don't know.
What do you think RSVP stands for?
Where did you RSVP?
What do you think RSVP stands
you
for?
RSVP?
Can you tell me what RSVP stands for? If I'm not invited, how can I be invited? How can I respond?
Okay, so you did not RSVP.
Well, no, that's not what I asked you.
you're not
I'm
invited,
asked
so you
you.
need to leave.
It's not about being invited, sir. It's about being a member of the press, and I have equal access as every. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to touch you. I have equal access to the media, being a legitimate member of the. No. Not once I'm inside. She actually invited us to this gaggle until she found out who we were.
Do you feel like we're going in circles?
Yeah, you know why? Is because I'm being targeted. You mind you? What? Because I'm Japanese? You want to put me in an internment camp again? This is exactly it's in the ideology. It's because I'm Japanese American. Is that why?
Sir.
I want to know why. Why am I not being?
nothing to do with
Then why are you blocking me from covering an event?
This is an invitation-only event.
Okay.
Okay.
We were
This
invited,
is an
actually.
invitation.
We were invited, sir.
And
Sorry
you need
about
to
that.
RSVP,
We were.
And you
I
need to
didn't-
get a badge. Then join me out in the registration
Okay,
area.
how about I'll do it
and
right now?
You need to come with me because we don't have the
Okay.
badges yet.
Okay. This tactic. Let me
need
guess.
to come
Let me
with me
ask you.
right now, sir.
Is this a
Right
tactic?
now,
Is this a
okay?
tactic to get me out of here so you can deprive me of my
OPD
constitutional
is
rights?
coming over here
Can
right
you?
now, and
Okay.
I would prefer that we not have to get the police.
Well, then you would be
Okay.
breaking the law by arresting me. Okay.
This
What
is
we
a
will
private
do.
event, so you're actually trespassing.
It's not. It's a public accommodation, sir.
No, it is not
No,
a public
it is.
accommodation.
Yes, it
okay?
is.
This is an invitation-only event.
A member
that
of these
we
press.
allow,
A member
and
of the
when
press.
you do not have a badge, we need to go out and get you
Okay.
a badge and get your colleague a
I
badge.
will join you if the purpose is in good faith in that if I just get a
You need to
credential.
join me out in the hallway
That's
right
not what I'm
now.
asking
We
you.
need to discuss
I'm
what's
asking you
going on
whether
here
this
right
is a
now.
good faith
That's what we're
request
going to do.
or are you going
I'm
to
gonna
prevent
make
me
no
from
promises right
returning.
now. I don't even know who you're with, and I haven't seen any credentials.
I'm asking
We
you.
need to go
All
out
you
and
have to do is
that,
tell
okay?
me that whether
So
are you
why
an
don't you join
employee?
me?
Are you a government employee?
I'm the show producer.
Okay.
Put this
Well,
on.
the government employee is the one who invited me. It was one of.
I've just talked to them, and you were not invited.
She verbally
I just
invited
talked
me.
to
I
them,
have it
and
on
you were not
camera.
invited.
I have it on
So
camera.
let's go out. You can show it to me.
No, that's not how it works, sir.
Yes, it's exactly how it
No,
works.
because what you're doing is you're using a tactic of depriving me of my constitutional. Use a different drinking faucet. I'm going to turn off the water when you get there. Okay? Watch this, right? Now watch what it like when you have to drink out of a different drinking faucet, and then when you go to the drinking faucet, there's no water. No, I'm just letting you guys know what it's like to be an intern.
Now you're being disruptive.
No,
Now
what
you're
do
being
you-
disruptive.
Now I'm trying to inform the press what it's like.
Can you please
Pardon me,
keep
sir.
your voice down? Can you please keep? Don't touch me.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I know, but don't interfere in my right. Don't. I'm not.
You're disturbing this event. and it's-
I'm not. What I'm trying to I'm trying to alert the press
the
as
gentleman said he would get
if,
you registered,
and
right?
I said I
So
would.
you need to step
I said I
outside
would
and get
accommodate him.
registered.
I'm just trying to make a
He's
statement.
actually
right
accommodating
now.
you.
Okay, but if I don't return, they're going to turn off the drinking water of a faucet that you're making me drink out
I
of.
don't know why we're talking about drinking water.
I'm not
but
making
you
any.
will-
Have you heard of Selma, Georgia? Have you heard of the Deep South?
Sir.
It's the same mechanism.
Sir.
It's the same mechanism. And as a citizen, I want lawfulness, so that's why I'm accommodating you. I just don't think it's good faith.
I got it.
If I were wearing a black mask and called myself Antifa, would you invite me to the front? So where can I register as a member of the press, sir? I'm willing to acquiesce with your request. Now, where's this table that you're talking to?
We're going to wait till this is over right now.
Okay, so then you're turning off the drinking water.
Whatever metaphor.
The only thing I'm interested in covering is because he's the governor of our country.
I understand that.
Right, so
Well,
I'm not
he's
here.
actually the governor of our state.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry because of the nature of the abuses and how he attacks our president. It is worthy to discuss this on constitutional level, and I mixed my I misspoke.
I understand.
I appreciate you correcting me.
It's a heated moment.
Well, okay.
Understand.
But also because there are national issues involved here, and the fact that your industry is benefiting more likely than not from arson, eco-arson. So in any case, where's this table that you're talking about?
Eco-arson?
Eco-arson, ECO,
Yeah.
eco-terrorism. Have you heard of it about that? They used to, in the old days, the guys, they used to burn down car dealerships and stuff like that. Well, the research I've done in the last 2 years has indicated a element of arson in these destructive fires. So in any case,
The wildfires?
yeah. Yeah, arcing the power lines intentionally,
Yeah.
setting the transformers as candles, if you will, the oil receptacles, and letting those blow in heavy winds. And it was all started on Columbus Day, recruited from the University of California campus in Berkeley and the surrounding community. And let me give you a... let me pull up the media thing. Just to let you know that there are elements in play here that we're being prevented from recovering. And I'm not here to disrupt. I'm here to cover. ReluctantReporter.com also is you can, and TAI Decker. Here you go, sir. Sir, I added the emojis and those two. You have that in you have this on T-shirts in Berkeley,
He's my comrade.
basically
I'm just protecting
declaring
my
that they're burning, and not only that,
No, we were told that we get to
Ma'am.
apply for press credentials.
right?
But we were
Well-
told we were going to apply for press credentials.
Well, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
in good faith.
Gentlemen, it's time to leave.
Hold on.
wait,
You
where do
told
we
me I can
apply for
apply for a
press
credential.
credentials?
You
time to
told
leave.
me I can apply for a credential.
We attempted to apply for press credentials. We were actually invited in
So
by
the drinking
governor's
faucet is
office.
being turned off. By the way,
by the
hold on.
governor's
I want
office.
to be able to know, because now he's prejudicing the discussion. I have a constitutional right to cover this event. It's not trespassing because there's an exemption from the trespassing law, 602 M or N, for constitutional reasons. I was invited as a member of the press, but once they found out the outfit that we were on and that we weren't going to cover him favorably, they wanted us out. And it was a government employee that did this, the governor's aide. It wasn't she alerted the event after the fact. So I should be escorted to the front, or not front, but in the gaggle, as long as I don't disrupt. But the fact that they're making me drink out of a different water faucet and then turning off the water when I get here, that has to make some sense to you. That has to, because this is what Selma was like, is that they set up different water faucets. They set up different information streams. They have a polluted information stream potentially, and I'm here in good faith. You said that I could apply for a credential. My point is there's an exemption. I know. My point. Well, I was talking, sir. Thanks for interrupting me.
With show producers here, they have not been invited. They're not credentialed.
We were invited, but
we were invited.
we were invited.
We were invited. The governor's
The
office.
reality is this is an invitation only event. It's a business event, and they need to meet the governor.
We were invited.
We were actually allowed in with our press passes that we have because we are part of the press, and then we were invited by the governor's office to come join the gaggle.
So that's, first of all, that's not what they say, but secondarily.
Well, we have it
Well,
on
we have it
video.
on kid
More
video.
importantly, it doesn't matter because.
Well,
So then we were
because
uninvited?
We're the show producers,
Okay.
and you're uninvited.
Right, but this is a constitution, because as long as the governor's here and he's making a speech, and now it's a constitutional issue, this is a
And
newsworthy
you're
event.
disturbing this event.
This is a
you're trespassing,
newsworthy
and
event.
you need
I'm
to
not
go.
trespassing.
Yes, you are.
It's a constitutional event. I just wanted to say is, are you going to illegally enforce the law that I can show you, 602 dot whatever, that gives us an exemption for constitutional?
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Just exactly what we're going to do about this.
Okay, while news is happening, I know, but you understand, now you're turning off the drinking water, okay? Now you're saying, okay, now you can use, once the white folks get done with the drinking faucet, now you can use the drinking faucet. I'm trying to use analogy so other people can follow what's going on. You're going to wait till the information stream is ended, right? Okay, you're going to wait till after the information stream's ended before you let me drink from the non-polluted faucet, or I then get to drink from the polluted faucet. Because all I can do now is cover from what other people cover it, which is polluted information stream, in my opinion, or potentially is. I'm just here to provide transparency. And you can't retort. This is one thing that we have to understand as Americans is that, no, if it's not me, it's your cause. Look up, this trespassing has an exemption for constitutional activities. By the way, sir, this is what's circulating in Berkeley, and nobody's talking about it. I put the emojis on there. There's a reasonable suspicion it's arson that's causing these wildfires, and we're not talking about it. That's why. Look at this. Smokey the Bear resist with his hand on fire. Some guy's walking around Berkeley. It started in 2017, the 100th anniversary of Stalin. And the whole conflagration happened on Columbus Day because they were pissed off that Columbus was bringing commerce to India and instead found the West Indies, and then made made 3 trips to the West Indies in friendly overtures to establish commerce in another part of the globe. My point is, well, okay. If nobody's interested, okay. Understood. Now, if I don't disturb the event, okay. We weren't. No, right now I'm communicating.
You created an atmosphere. You created an atmosphere.
I'm not ranting, sir.
Disturbance.
What is a rant? I told you specific information. I showed you specific newsworthy. I showed you a specific newsworthy.
Actually, the governor's invited us.
A meme. I put the emojis on there of more likely than not arson being at least contributing to our power. No, time out. No, we're here, ma'am.
It's time to go.
Ma'am, we're here. Ma'am, I understand your opinion. I appreciate your opinion. Thank you for speaking your word. Thank you for speaking your word. I appreciate that, ma'am. I have a constitutional right to be here as a member of the press to cover the governor. As long as the governor's on property, I should at least make an effort to try to attend. And if you don't like my culture, I'm sorry about that. It seems like we might share some cultural heritage at some point in the back. Right? I mean, we obviously have. Okay. So my point is I'm trying to communicate, and I know so basically she's saying it's time for me to go, so it's time for the information stream. My water faucet is running dry, right? Just say, the analogy is I can't drink from this water faucet because it's too polluted for me to bring transparency. Is that okay? As long as we can agree with that, I'll say okay.
Can you go, please?
No, as long as you, in bad faith, asked me to leave. I told you what the tactic was because I've seen it before. Communists use this tactic. Marxists. I'm not trespassing, sir.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Let's look up the law. Let's look up the law.
Sir,
603. It's not.
So let's leave and then we can look up the law.
No, sir.
Okay.
I am not trespassing.
You are trespassing.
No, I'm not,
This is a
sir.
private event. You are trespassing.
I'm going to head around the building. Can you stay here for a minute?
No, I'll probably be leaving here. I just want to make sure that they understand that they can't use the color of power to abuse my civil rights. As a government employee, they should be protecting my civil rights. The governor's assistant invited us into the gaggle until she found out who we were and found that we're not often that feigning over Governor Newsom. And not only that, but as a member of the technical community, I have adversarial positions with regards to why a supermoon gravity that got its closest on November 2016 and again in 2034, more likely than not, is the reason why they're able to provide that visual of higher tides and to convince people of climate hysteria. I would like to have a discussion, a technical discussion, with any member of the public, credible member who can talk to me about climate and its definition, and then we'll move forward from there. It used to be the definition of climate was at least a minimum 2-week interval. I'm not ranting, sir. Just because you can't understand doesn't make rant. Did Martin Luther King rant?
Sir.
Did Dr. King rant?
You need to leave.
Let me ask you.
You need to leave.
Did Martin Luther King rant?
I don't want you to ask me anymore.
All I'm doing is I'm
I want
providing
you to go now,
background.
okay?
I'm providing background.
So-
This is now newsworthy. You made it newsworthy. I'm just providing background. And not only that,
You don't believe that emissions are harmful. Go to your garage.
well, that's not what I said. See, now you're hallucinating something.